He apparently says that he has many cognitive tests. He's tested all the time cognitively.
It's a little different than I took a cognitive test, and I don't know what to tell you other than I got every answer right.
You couldn't answer. You couldn't answer.
All right, what's the question?
Many of the questions. I'd get you the test. I'd like to give it.
It's a very standard test. I took it at Walter Reed Medical Center.
Say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there.
In front of doctors, and they were very surprised. They said, that's an unbelievable thing. Rarely does anybody do what you just did.
Remember when Trump bragged about acing a cognitive test? Well, a reporter just asked him if it was the one where he had to identify a man, woman, giraffe, and TV, and Trump's face turned redder than his MAGA hat. Instead of actually answering, our former president just mumbled something about acing it, without remembering what the test even was. Funny how the guy who claims to have the best memory can't seem to recall the very test he was just boasting about. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So, did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
Asked it.
Yeah, how did
it's
you
not
do
the
it?
Well, it's not the hardest test.
No, but
It
the
is-
last...
there's a picture and it says,
the
what's
last-
that? And it's an elephant.
No. You see, that's all misrepresentation.
Well, that's what...
And I took a cognitive exam, and I would challenge anybody here to meet those marks because I have a perfect mark. Were you impressed by that?
So Trump's been telling everyone with a working ear that he's aced this cognitive test, right? He mentions it at rallies, during interviews, probably whispers it to himself before bed at night. Person, woman, man, camera, TV. His greatest achievement since slapping his name on buildings he didn't build. But here's the thing about the Montreal Cognitive Assessment that Trump loves bragging about. It's not an IQ test or some kind of genius-level brain puzzle. It's literally designed to detect if someone's brain is functioning at a basic level.
It's a little different than I took a cognitive test, and I don't know what to tell you other than I got every answer right.
Like a memory question. It's like you'll go person, woman, man, camera.
This MOCA test that Trump keeps bringing up, it's a 30-point screening tool doctors use when they suspect someone might be experiencing cognitive decline. We're talking about a test where you draw a clock, identify animals, and remember a few words. The bar is so low it's practically underground. Getting a 26 out of 30 is considered normal functioning. This isn't advanced calculus, it's can you still remember what day it is and recognize a rhinoceros? So our stable genius is out there parading around his perfect score on a dementia screening test, like he just solved cold fusion. It's like bragging you can successfully tie your shoes or that you remembered to put pants on before leaving the house. Congratulations, Donald. You've proven you have the minimum cognitive function required to exist as an adult human. But the real chef's kiss moment came when a reporter finally decided to put Trump's memory to the test.
It's I think it's a pretty well-known test. Whatever it is, I got it all done.
Medical Center, in front of doctors, and they were very surprised. They said, that's an unbelievable thing. Rarely does anybody do what you just did.
After hearing the former president boast for the millionth time about his amazing cognitive abilities, this journalist asked a devastatingly simple question. Was that the test where you had to identify a man, woman, giraffe, and TV? And folks, that's when the hamster wheel inside Trump's head came to a screeching halt. His face cycled through more shades of orange than a Home Depot paint sample display. You could almost see the Windows 95 error message popping up behind his eyes as he desperately searched for an answer.
Refuse to take it. I think most of them refuse to take it, but I don't refuse to take it. What else?
He apparently says that he has many cognitive tests. He's tested all the time cognitively.
Now, if you actually remembered the test you've been bragging about for years, this would be the easiest softball question in history. All Trump had to say was yes or no. It was these other objects. That's it. But instead, we got the classic Trump word salad. Hold the coherence, extra dressing. He stammered something about how he did amazing on the test. how the doctors were very surprised, but conveniently couldn't recall the specific items he supposedly aced identifying. The same guy who claims to have one of the great memories of all time suddenly couldn't remember the details of the test he uses as proof of that very claim. Irony just died and went to heaven.
If you get it in order, you get extra points. They said nobody gets it in order. It's actually not that easy, but for me it was easy. You couldn't answer.
All right, what's the question?
Many of the questions. I'd get you the test. I'd like to give it.
The reporter's question was actually brilliant in its simplicity. It put Trump in an impossible situation. Either admit he took a test designed for people suspected of serious cognitive decline, not a great look, or demonstrate he couldn't remember what was on it, also not a great look. It's like asking someone, "Have you stopped stealing candy from babies?" There's no good answer. Trump's response? Essentially, "Trust me, I passed it bigly." The doctors were amazed. Some said they'd never seen anything like it. It's the political equivalent of, "My girlfriend lives in Canada, you wouldn't know her." The classic claim that can't be verified, but we're all supposed to take at face value. The whole embarrassing episode reveals something more concerning than just Trump being caught in another ridiculous lie. It shows potential cognitive decline in real time.
Yes, I've done about 4 times. And I've taken the cognitive test, I think, 4 times, and I've got nothing wrong.
Say, that's amazing. How did you do that? I do it because I have like a good memory, because I'm cognitively there.
The man who wants the nuclear codes again can't remember the details of a test he voluntarily brings up constantly. It's like forgetting what's on your own resume during a job interview. Think about it. If he really did take this test and really did ace it, he'd be able to recite every single item backward and forward. He'd probably have merchandise with the items printed on it. There'd be MAGA hats with person, woman, man, camera, TV stitched across the front. But nope, total blank when asked a direct question about it. What makes this extra delicious is that Trump set this trap for himself. Nobody was bringing up cognitive tests until he started using them as his personal intellectual trophy. He could have just never mentioned it, but his desperate need to be perceived as smart led him right into this beautiful self-own. Look, this is the terrifying part that everyone should care about. This man who can't remember the details of his own so-called mental fitness test could potentially have access to nuclear launch codes again. We're not talking about forgetting your car keys here. We're talking about someone who would make decisions that affect global security. When someone repeatedly shows you who they are, through their own words and actions, it's probably time we believe them. Old Orange Face wants us to trust him with the most powerful position in the world, but he can't even keep his own story straight. The presidency isn't a reality show, it's reality.